at I guess you could call it a rally. Maybe it was a Q&A with the host, but whatever it was, Donald Trump was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania this past weekend, where he bragged about how great his mental state is. And in the process of bragging about his mental state, he, number one, forgot the name of the host that was on stage with him asking him questions, called her Paige when her name was Sage. 2, he slurred his way through it. And 3, well, not and 3, but 3, didn't remember how old he was. And 4, literally couldn't even finish his sentences. This all happened while Donald Trump was defending his cognitive abilities. Let me read you a couple of these quotes. The first one, he said, "Let's have a little fun, Paige, okay?" He said to Sage Steele. Paige, Sage, I mean, they rhyme, right? So, come on, he gets partial credit for that, right? Then he said, he's not even close to being 80 years old. The 78-year-old man said, "I'm not even close to being 80. He turned 78 over the summer, by the way. So he would turn 80 if he wins re-election less than a year and a half into his term. So you're very close to 80, okay? But he doesn't seem to think so. He doesn't seem to know how numbers and math works. He's less than 2 years away, and he said he's not even close." And then, of course, there was the slurring. He bragged about acing that cognitive exam that he took back in 2020, well over 4.5 years ago. "I'm so smart. It was so hard. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Oh, my God." Yeah, pretty easy, but okay. But then, this is the clincher here. While he was trying to not only brag about his own cognitive state, but also to attack Vice President Kamala Harris's cognitive state, Donald Trump simply said, "I have no cognitive." In sentence. I have no cognitive. And he didn't just say that once. He said it twice. Here's how it went down. "I have no cognitive. She might have a cognitive problem. There's no cognitive problem. I've got no cognitive." And then he stopped. So he said, "I have no cognitive" twice to start his sentence, or start his paragraph, I should say, and to end it. He said, "I have no cognitive. None." I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that, bud. Like, you've got no cognitive. Let's be real clear. But also, Vice President Kamala Harris has shown absolutely no signs whatsoever of having any kind of cognitive issues. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, while talking about his cognitive problems, is also showcasing cognitive problems. The Harris campaign, of course, was very quick to jump all over this. They put out a post on social media with 4 video clips of Donald Trump screwing up all throughout that town hall event. And they said this. This was a Harris Walls 2024 spokesperson by the name of Serafina Chatika, who said, quote, "Today, Pennsylvanians got a firsthand look at why Donald Trump's handlers are canceling events and interviews. In a single town hall, he incoherently rambled that he has no cognitive and appeared to forget his own age. The American people deserve a president who will fight tirelessly for them, not one too exhausted to focus on anything but himself." And of course, the folks on social media had a field day with his "I have no cognitive" comments. But another thing that I think was very interesting about this event, because we have seen Donald Trump do other, I don't even want to call this a town hall because it wasn't a real town hall, but he sat down through the whole thing. The man who denied a couple days ago that he's too exhausted and that's why he had to cancel all those interviews, he couldn't stand up. He couldn't walk around the stage. He was so exhausted that he sat down the entire time. And we have seen him do town halls where he stands up, especially, the live ones in person, not necessarily the ones he does on Fox News. He does sit for those. But when it's not on broadcast television, he usually stands up. He didn't this time, and honestly, I see that as a big red flag for his health. His physical and mental health is almost getting worse by the day at this point. And while he can deny all he wants that there's something happening, it's plainly obvious to all outside observers. So 2 weeks from now, we have a choice. Do we pick the guy that can't even properly speak about his cognitive prowess without screwing up repeatedly? Or do we pick the woman, the current vice president, who has exhibited zero signs of any kind of cognitive impairment? Those are the two choices. The mentally ill geriatric, or the former prosecutor whose brain appears, by all accounts, to be working perfectly fine. Doesn't seem like much of a choice to me, but apparently for millions of undecided voters, they're still just not quite sure. And that is what truly blows my mind. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.